Daniel Craig says his biggest reservation while playing James Bond was the construct of masculinity. Reflecting on his 15-year tenure as the suave spy, Daniel Craig revealed that the expectations tied to masculinity were among his biggest reservations. Actor Daniel Craig recently opened up about one of his main concerns while portraying the iconic MI6 agent, James Bond, over the course of 5 films. Reflecting on his 15-year tenure as the suave spy, Daniel revealed that the societal expectations tied to masculinity were among his biggest reservations about stepping into the role, as per Deadline. Daniel Craig's biggest reservations on playing James Bond. One would say one of my biggest reservations about playing Bond would be the construct of masculinity, Daniel said during a recent event while promoting his latest film Queer by Luca Guadagnino. It was often very laughable, but you can't mock it and expect it to work. You have to buy into it, he added. Daniel also noted that his understanding of masculinity, which was essential to playing Bond, felt limiting at times. He explained how societal norms surrounding male behavior were a challenge. We're all vulnerable. It doesn't matter who you are. It doesn't matter how tough you are, everybody's vulnerable, he said, adding, but it's how boys are brought up, how men are expected to behave, how someone like Burroughs was expected to behave on the liberation post-James Bond. This vulnerability is something Daniel has explored in his recent work, particularly in his role in Queer, where he plays Lee, an American expatriate living in 1950s Mexico City. The film, based on William S. Burroughs' novella, delves into themes of human vulnerability and desire. Daniel also noted that he could never have taken on such a role during his time as Bond. Listen, Bond is nearly 20 years of my life. When I took it on, I was one person. I'm now a completely different person, he explained, adding, but I couldn't have done this movie when I was doing Bond. It would have felt kind of, why? What are you trying to prove? As he reflects on his Bond career, Daniel also shared the sense of liberation he feels post-Bond. Having become a global superstar through the role, he now enjoys the freedom of taking on projects outside the shadow of 007. As per the publication, he also spoke about losing the freedom he had as a semi-anonymous actor before the Bond films skyrocketed him to international fame. Daniel, who first portrayed James Bond in the 2006 hit Casino Royale, went on to appear as the British secret agent in Quantum of Solace 2008, Skyfall 2012, Spectre 2015, and No Time to Die 2021. While his portrayal of the legendary spy became a defining moment in his career, the actor has been very vocal about his decision to part ways with the franchise. Daniel has repeatedly expressed that he has no regrets about his departure from the role, with the final installment of his Bond story ending in a poignant sacrifice for his character. In Queer, he plays a character struggling with personal isolation and romantic turmoil, a stark contrast to his action-packed portrayal of Bond's The Film, set against the backdrop of Mexico City's vibrant yet challenging society. Also explores themes of identity, desire, and emotional turmoil.